Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here as we prepare for the LCQ for the NNSCRA team side of the NR2003 Big One. 4 drivers have already transferred for Team NNSCRA in the 2 heats that we had last weekend. Kyle Matthews and James Qualls transferred in heat number 1. Jacob Thibodeau and Jessica Shelton transferred in heat number 2. So 4 of the 7 slots have been taken. The other 3 remaining spots will be determined in tonight's LCQ race, which is being run under the lights here this evening at the Coca-Cola Super Speedway. 16 drivers are left, only 3 spots available, and obviously it's going to go to the winner, second place, and third place. Whoever finishes in those positions will make up those final 3 spots to make up the culminated 7 drivers that will battle for Team NNSCRA in the main event. Without further ado, though, let's go down trackside and get the command to fire them up.
Drivers, start your engines!
So on point for this one is going to be Matt McIntyre. He'll start alongside of Nathan Ormond on the front row. Number of drivers were very close to transferring in the first and second heat races last week, but they either finished third or on back, and so they have to rely here on the LCQ. The LCQ is going to be 15 laps in length. Our 2 heat races were 10 laps in length, so there is a little bit of extra time for drivers to be able to make moves. Also, with it being nighttime conditions, there may be a little bit cooler track conditions, which usually means more grip, more speed, and more maneuverability for drivers to be able to make aggressive moves all the way through the field. Obviously, the spot these drivers want to be battling mostly for would probably be for that third position, especially in the closing stages, depending on where first and second are. But I think we're going to have battling for the race lead all night long. My assumption is that with the nighttime conditions as well, with the cooler track conditions, these crew chiefs will have probably taped up the front of their race cars a little bit more. That'll give them more downforce, more suck up as well in the draft, and allow them to be able to get better runs. Cooler conditions means you can put a little bit more tape on there and not overheat the engines. So we will definitely see if there's going to be a difference in racing here. Of course, we ran during the afternoon in the first heat race, a little bit more towards twilight in the second heat race. So the track conditions were a little bit different in those 2 respective heats, but obviously much later here tonight we are running the LCQs, so track conditions will be infinitely much more different than they were in the 2 heat races last week. As the pace car peels off, 15 laps of racing, 3 drivers will transfer into the final 3 spots for Team NNSCRA, as Matt McIntyre, who starts on the pole for tonight's LCQ, gets us underway. Let's roll! First car to step out of line was Ryan Brommer. Ashlyn Boyd there was the next one, as she's going to go for 4th place on Zach Winkle. Michael Norman side by side with Nathan Ormond for the 2nd spot, as they are 4 wide further back. That was, I believe, Brommer, John Gilbert, I think Jordan Lopez, and Daniel Voiles in that 4 wide situation. It now settles to 3, and as soon as I say that, we're back to 4 wide again here into turn 3. Ryan Brommer making some moves as he started near the rear of the field, and he's already up to the 3rd position as we got a battle for the lead. Trouble in the back! Zach Winkle spins right across the nose of Daniel Voiles. He spins to the pit road entrance, and that does not bring out a caution. Cautions are on, but apparently that was far enough back with not a whole lot of oncoming traffic. They did not throw the yellow flag. Zach Winkle having to come down pit road. Now he's praying for a caution. That also put Daniel Voiles way back behind everybody else as they're 3 wide for the lead. That's Adam Garcia on the bottom, Ryan Brommer in the middle, Michael Norman up topside. Adam Garcia, just about every time that we highlighted him in the heat races last week, he was on the inside 3 wide, and again making 3 wide moves. Carson Gum right behind him there in the 2. You got the beer sponsorships right there with Carson Gum in the Miller Lite, Levi McIntyre in the Budweiser. And Garcia's going to lead that lap as they're going to be 4 wide going down to turn 1 again. That is Alex Gray down on the bottom. And just like that, you see that outside line get a little bit better run on the straightaway. It went to double wide going into turn one. Now it's McIntyre and Gum side by side. There's Zach Winkle returning back to the racetrack. He is, I believe, now 2 laps down. I don't know if he made a pit stop or not. If he did, then, you know, that's kind of taking him out of this whole equation for transferring, because really these drivers are not having to pit in these 15 laps. It's set to 1X. There's no reason they should have to come to pit road, so he literally just took himself out of this now. He could have just passed through pit road and been fine. Looks like there's a little bit of grip lack off of turn 4. Both Levi McIntyre and Carson Gum almost went up and brushed the wall, and I think that's kind of what caused Zach Winkle to spin around towards the pit road entrance as well, was maybe going up and getting the wall and then came down off the nose of Daniel Voiles as we got a car up into the wall right there. That's Ryan Butcher in the 7. He's up and into the wall there through 1 and 2. And lost a lot of momentum and also lost the draft, so now Ryan Butcher is out of the equation. That leaves about 13 cars, I believe, now up here in this lead pack with a shot of winning, as we're 3 wide for the lead again. Garcia, Cody Smart, Matt McIntyre 3 wide, Ashlyn Boyd right there on the bottom, and there's Jordan Lopez in the 0-1. Remember that Jordan Lopez really only took part in one of the heat races last week when he had an incident mechanically on the pacing lap in Heat 1. Never got to take the green flag. I think he finished in 3rd or 4th in the second heat race, though. So, you know, you think of if he'd been given the opportunity to show what he could do in the first heat race, he might not even have been here in this LCQ. Cody Smart up and into the wall there, brushes it off of turn 2. Looks like he got off it pretty quickly, though, so I think he'll still be okay. As Adam Garcia continues to lead the way, Jordan Lopez in second. Battle here for the final transfer spot. 3rd place, Carson Gum on the bottom. Ashlyn Boyd on the top side. We could have a battle here for the race lead. It looked like Lopez got a good run on Adam Garcia. Indeed he did. These two will battle it out to the start-finish line. So at this point in time, we've got 3 drivers out of the 16 that are basically out of it, and I believe Lopez got Garcia at the line. Yes, he did. So right now, a couple of laps down is Zach Winkle. He will obviously not get one of the transfer spots. Daniel Voiles was the driver that was behind Zach Winkle when he got the wall and subsequently spun Winkle off of his nose. That slowed him way down. He's lost the draft. And as we saw earlier, Ryan Butcher, he got the wall in turns 1 and 2, lost a lot of momentum. He has fallen back from this pack. So there's 13 cars now up in this lead pack with a chance of transferring in one of the 3 transfer positions. How about the 06 of DJ Reed now up here in that second spot? Good run for him behind the tire tracks of Ashlyn Boyd. Nathan Ormond trying to take that second position. Levi McIntyre trying to form a 3rd line down low. He's got Cody Smart and Alex Gray with him. As right now it would be Boyd, Reed, and Ormond who would be in the transfer spots. And as soon as I say that, we got a battle for the lead. We've also got a battle for 3rd. It was between McIntyre and Ormond. Now it's between McIntyre and Cody Smart, as DJ Reed trying to take the race lead away from Ashlyn Boyd. Those drivers right there in your camera shot all still have a chance of winning this race, or getting 2nd or getting 3rd. Top 3 spots will transfer into Team NNSCRA in the main event of the NR2003 big one, as Levi McIntyre now moves to the race lead. Alex Gray right there, and Adam Garcia, surprise, surprise, he's on the bottom of a 3-wide formation here on the front straightaway. And McIntyre right behind him giving the drafting help. He's also got Jordan Lopez and Carson Gum down there helping him, as they're going to go 4 wide into turn 1 again, about mid-pack. And I'm a little worried about that car way up on the extreme outside line. That's DJ Reed, but it's like he gave plenty of room to the wall, so he's still up here in this lead pack. I think it was a 4-wide formation that caused Ryan Butcher to go up and get the wall and subsequently lose the draft, so that's why I wanted to see if DJ Reed was going to have the same thing happen to him, as now Jordan Lopez 3 wide, puts the McIntyres up in the middle and high line, Matt in the middle, Levi way up top side, and John Gilbert now going to peek his nose down low in that Toyota Camry to try and take the top position away. Now they're going to go 4 wide. That's Michael Norman with help from Ashlyn Boyd. They're going to make a line all the way down at that yellow line, and they almost were 5 wide for a brief moment, but Looked like that was Cody Smart and Ashlyn Boyd both backed out of it going into turn 1. So very smart moves by both of them. Matt McIntyre, who was in the middle line going into turn 3 the last lap, somehow is still the race leader. 3 wide behind him between Boyd, Norman, and Lopez. Looks like Lopez clears for the second position. Race is winding down as well, so as the laps get fewer, the aggressiveness gets higher. Now Jordan Lopez with a move to the inside of Matt McIntyre. Carson Gum there to offer the drafting help. Now Carson Gum goes into business for himself. He's going to make it 3 wide on the bottom. Let's see what Ashlyn Boyd in that 07 does, because he's in that 4th spot, and he's going to get a good run on all 3 of these drivers being side by side. He's going to try and go up the middle. Jordan Lopez went to the race lead as a result of all of that. Carson Gum right there behind him. Well, actually to his inside. And here comes Adam Garcia with help from Nathan Ormond. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Tell you what, if Adam Garcia transfers into the main event, he's going to be a lot of fun to watch, because in the heat races as well here in the LCQ, he has been the one making those aggressive moves, and they've gotten him to the front. To his credit, they have gotten him up to the front. Now, he doesn't hang on to the lead for very long, but he definitely knows how to work his way through traffic. As now Nathan Ormond going to make a move there on the inside line. I thought Levi McIntyre was going to help him. McIntyre went a little bit lower. And Adam Garcia is going to hang on to the lead, at least for the moment, via the top side. As soon as I say that, though, Ormond keeps himself glued to the left rear quarter panel of Adam Garcia. And the two of them will drag race down the back straightaway. Now that outside line more formulated up there. Matt McIntyre, Levi McIntyre giving better draft to Adam Garcia, so Garcia will hold on to the top position. Battle is now on for second between Ormond and Matt McIntyre. Matt McIntyre on that outside line, losing some ground through that corner, so Ormond will move to second. Battle will now be for third, which is actually 4 wide between Norman, Cody Smart, DJ Reed, and Matt McIntyre. Now it's 3 wide, as Norman had to back out of it, had no drafting help way down low. Now Smart, Reed, and McIntyre battle for third place. This going on behind Adam Garcia and Nathan Ormond, who right now are hoping that the best battle is going to be for third, so that way they can sit in first and second and transfer into the main event. But if Ormond has thoughts about taking the lead from Adam Garcia, that's going to bring everybody back up there into the battle for the race lead. Cody Smart now side by side with DJ Reed, couple of Fords. One's a Taurus, one's a Fusion. And now Levi McIntyre inserts himself into this, as now they are side by side between Ormond and Garcia. This is going to hinder these two more than help them, because that's going to allow Cody Smart, Levi McIntyre, Ashlyn Boyd, DJ Reed to reel them back in and be in the hunt for this. Look at the run that Cody Smart got. Going to dive it down to the inside, 3 wide into turn 1, and he may take the race lead by time they exit turn number 2. He will. Look at that. Garcia and Ormond went side by side in first and second. They now exit the corner in about 4th and 8th. And Jordan Lopez making it 4 wide down on the bottom. He's got help. John Gilbert and Alex Gray. Can he get to the left rear quarter panel of Cody Smart going here into turn 3? Ooh, he almost was there. And then Cody Smart slipped up, and then he was there. So Jordan Lopez trying to take the lead as Ormond got the wall there off turn number 4. This time by at the line, 2 laps to go, and we've still got 13 cars in the hunt for these 3 transfer spots. They're 4 wide again. That's Alex Gray way down low, with Matt McIntyre and Michael Norman offering the drafting help. Now Gray moves to the lead, but here comes McIntyre. Car in the wall. That's Cody Smart in the 0-2. And he's lost the draft, so now he will not be in the hunt for this. 4 wide again for the lead, maybe. Gray, McIntyre, Norman, Adam Garcia trying to make something happen down there way down low, but he doesn't have any help. Now he does. Carson Gum switches lanes, and Garcia's got a friend as he's going to go to the race lead now. Carson Gum tries to move to second. White flag will be displayed this time by. So if a wreck happens, we're still racing back to the checkers. At the line, it's going to be Garcia, Gum, Norman, that's your top 3, but will they be the top 3 when we get back to the checkered flag? Something tells me that's not going to be the case. Whoa, Garcia throwing the block on Carson Gum. But Carson says, no sir, I want to go to the race lead so I don't have to defend 3rd place. They'll be double wide going down the back straightaway. DJ Reed right there in third position. He's got to be the nervous guy on track right now, hoping nobody makes a move on him. But if he gets around Adam Garcia, that puts Garcia in a little bit of a pickle as Carson Gum holds the top spot. DJ Reed looking for the race lead now. The battle will be for third between Ormond and Garcia here coming to the start-finish line. Looks like Ormond might have him cleared. As at the line, it's going to be Reed, Gum. Which one of these two is going to win? They're both going to transfer. Photo finish, and I believe it was Carson Gum. Ticker will say it was DJ Reed. DJ Reed's going to win the LCQ. Carson Gum brings it home second. And Nathan Ormond did manage to clear Adam Garcia off turn 4. He will get the third and final transfer spot for Team NNSCRA. So the 7 drivers that will battle for Team NNSCRA are official. Kyle Matthews, James Qualls, Jacob Thibodeau, Jessica Shelton, DJ Reed, Carson Gum, and Nathan Ormond. Standings are official. 1/1000th of a second was the interval between Reed and Gum at the line. Let's see what it looked like. Look at that. Yeah, now that I look at it, you can clearly see that DJ Reed had a tiny little bit of an edge over Carson Gum. I thought maybe Carson Gum got it because he had Nathan Ormond behind him offering a little bit of drafting help. But DJ Reed, that's a great win for him, and obviously Carson Gum and DJ Reed both knew that they were going to transfer. It was just basically, I guess, for bragging rights as to who was going to edge out who at the start-finish line in winning the LCQ. Nathan Ormond was the deciding factor. He went with Carson Gum, but DJ Reed was able to hold off the 2-on-1 advantage to be able to get the win at the line. So Reed, Gum, and Ormond, they get the final 3 transfer spots. For everybody else, basically, they're out of it. This was their opportunity here, their final opportunity to transfer into one of the 7 spots for Team NNSCRA. They'll be basically having to sit on the sidelines and watch as NNSCRA takes on NOFSRL, NIRA, NRSL, NROL, and TRN in the main event of the NR2003 big one. But thank you all so much for tuning into this LCQ race. Congratulations to DJ Reed on the win, as well as Carson Gum and Nathan Ormond transferring as well. We will see you guys for the NR2003 big one main event. That's going to be coming to you guys on the NIRA channel. That is Nathan Stapleton's channel. Of course, the links to all of the channels that are taking part in this are down in the description below. The other LCQ races will have either happened just before this or just after this during this weekend, and you can check out those LCQ races in the following links. And of course, the one that says NIRA is where you can tune in, go over, subscribe, so that way you will be notified when the main event of the NR2003 big one takes place. But until then, I've been Seth Cole. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. See you guys for the main event of the NR2003 big one. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.